Yo, what's up, guys? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast, and I'm here to present you my NBA picks for Tuesday, February 13th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, NFL, and MLB videos. And if you want to play the actual lineups that we're playing every single night, visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. So, first off, I want to start off the video by saying congratulations to Brett Berg. He was our winner of our free daily lineup giveaway. Hopefully you got them lineups in. And hey, I'm not gonna say we won yet tonight. Obviously there's still one more game that hasn't started, but we have people from that game, and tonight's looking very, very promising. So if you want to check our results at the end of the night, you can follow me Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at RotoBeast. So I'm gonna run the contest back tomorrow. Hey, let's get those 200 likes. All you gotta do is like the video. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Comment your name below, and I'll pick one lucky winner to win my optimal Fanduel and DraftKings lineup for tomorrow. The one that I'm gonna play in all my cash entries and GPP entries. I am a one lineup kind of guy. For the most part, I put, occasionally I'll do extra pivots, one or two extra lines with the same core. But I put majority of my money on one line that I give out to every single customer. That is with the money team. So yeah, if you haven't joined the money team, you better start missing out. Join the money team. We've been on absolute fire. If you don't believe me, like I said, go check out my social media accounts. I post my results. They have the dates there, and you'll know what I'm talking about. So hey, stop missing out, and let's get this money together. So let's jump into this slate. We got a 6-game slate. 3 games we don't have information on yet. 3 games we do, so we'll go with what we have so far. We got Houston going into Minnesota to face the Timberwolves. This game has a 222 implied total. Houston's favored by 2.5. Then we got Atlanta going into Milwaukee. This game has a 208 implied total. Milwaukee's favored by 7.5. Then we got Miami going into Toronto to face the Raptors. This game has a 207 implied total, and Toronto's favored by 8. And then, 3 games that, we don't have nothing on yet. You got Cleveland going into OKC to face the Thunder. We got Sac going into Dallas to face the Mavericks. And then we got San Antonio, who's actually playing right now, going into Denver to face the Nuggets. So yeah, we got some injury news, some stuff we gotta wait on tomorrow. Remember, this video is kind of like a first look video. We're kind of seeing kind of what we can attack, but a lot of things come out tomorrow, and injury wise, and if plays come out, things change. You got to remember that. So we'll start at point guard. Westbrook, he's been out a couple games with the ankle injury. I don't know. I think it's 50-50 if he plays or not. They're saying that he participated in non-contact practice. His status is still uncertain. If he does play and he's going to play his regular minutes against the Cavs, I really, really like him. But once again, if he's not going to play, and then we're going to have Raymond Felton, he's going to start again. The price is up a little bit, but it's still fair. For him to hit value, you need 25. The past 2 games, he's played 31 and 33 minutes. He's got you 23 and 32. So I definitely like Felton if Westbrook doesn't play. And if Westbrook does play, then I like him. Got Chris Paul. I haven't really been playing Chris Paul too much, but this is a game I think is going to be very competitive going against Minnesota. I think he's going to have to play his whole allotment of minutes. He's just coming off a really good game against Dallas. We got 55 fantasy points. At this price tag, for him to hit value, we need about 47, 48. He could definitely get there. He's got at least 44 and 4 of the past 5. So, I like Chris Paul, and I think somebody I'm definitely going to consider tomorrow. Bledsoe going against Atlanta. Dennis Schroeder defense. Of one of my favorite plays on the slate, to be honest with you. I really like him in this matchup. I think he's a great play. I'm going to put him in my point guard, kind of core. Like I said, I like him for cash game purposes. You got Lowry going against Miami. I really don't like going against Miami. They are a solid defensive team, but his price is very fair. For him to hit value, you need about 37. He's averaging 35 on the season. The reason that I kind of went Bledsoe over him is he's been, somewhat up and down. In the past 5 games, he's got you 30, 20, 44, 19, 26, and like I said, Miami's not the best matchup, but this is a guy that, he has 50-point upside. He's at home. He plays much better at home, and that's why I'm really looking at him. So I think he's a solid GPP play. Then we can look at, you can go with Dragic on the other side. The guy I'm liking though is Jeff Teague against Houston, up tempo game. I know Chris Paul is a really good defender. Don't get me wrong, but I mean the price tag is fair. You need 30 for him to hit value. I mean he is up and down, but he's averaging 30 on the season. Right, what you need value. His price is, like I said, it's kind of down right now. It's very fair. So I definitely like Jeff Teague. And then, like I said, just keep an eye on the. Oh, so Brea, he's gonna come back. He was on rest, so don't really look at Farrell no more. It was, he had his one game while people were sitting out. George Hill, I mean, I like him. I just don't know what's going on with his minutes. He only played like 23 or something minutes. I want to see kind of how that rotation shakes out a little bit more. We'll go to shooting guard James Harden going against the Timberwolves. That, like I said, I think this is going to be a very competitive game. So I think this is a game he is going to have to play, a lot of his minutes. I think this is a great spot for him. I mean, Wiggins, he's a solid young guy, but he's not the best defender. I think he could definitely have a field day with Wiggins. Harden's, I mean, he has probably the most, if not the most, right up there with everybody of the most upside on this slate. So I think he's definitely a guy you could look to pay up for. Middleton going against Atlanta, very up-tempo game. They don't play very good defense. He's a guy, he plays his minutes. He's kind of been a little bit up and down, but for the most part, he's been very consistent all season. You need 35 for him he's averaging 35 on the season. You need 38 for him to hit value. I think he's a solid play on the higher end. You can look at both these guys. I'm just going to put them together. They both play, solid minutes. Will Barton, he has a little bit more upside in my opinion, but Harris has probably a little bit safer floor. Either way, I like both of them. I would definitely take the 1,200 savings and go with Harris in my cash games. But Barton, he has been playing a little bit of point guard as well, so he's getting extra usage. And like I said, so you can't go wrong either way. I'm really liking Wiggins going against Harden's defense. He's going to play the minutes. He's a baller. Very up-tempo game that suits him. I like it. I definitely think he can get there. For him to hit value, you need 31. He's averaging 29. He has upside if he gets hot. Last guy I'm even consider. Hey, I'm doing this for the Roto Beast chat room. Hey, your boy Baze. He's been up and down, I know. And he's strictly GPP. But for him to hit value, you need about 27. If he's gonna play, close to 30 minutes, what he was doing earlier in the season, then I do like him as a cheaper in GPP play. One thing I will tell you guys is, we're about to get into the All-Star break right now. Everybody's ready to go on vacation. So if people can like randomly say they're sick and to sit out the game, and boom, then I got an extra day of vacation. And so that's something you really got to be careful for these next couple of days. And you may laugh and say, "Nah, ain't gonna happen," but guess what? Trust me, it happens. So yeah, so just be careful with that kind of news. But yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. Definitely just try to pay attention to news. That's all I can recommend, especially these next couple of days. And Antetokounmpo going against Atlanta. This is a very good matchup for him. He's been playing very well. He's been getting back up for the most part to, what he was doing earlier in the season. For him to hit value, you need about 58. He's averaging 53. I definitely think he's more of a GPP play. There's a couple other guys that I would rather pay down for or take the savings on. You got LeBron. He's been playing very well the past three. 72, 62, and 53. Going against OKC, this is a game that's going to stay close. He's going to have to play minutes. Hey, he's rejuvenated, it looks like. And I think, personally, cash-wise, I would probably rather go LeBron over Antetokounmpo. But both of them are really good plays. And you got George. His price is up. You need 50 for him to hit value. One thing I want to know, if Westbrook is out, then you pretty much just put Paul George in. That's how it's been the past couple games. And he's been getting you there. The past three, he's got you 56, 47, and 64. So keep an eye on the news. But either way, he's a solid play. He's a guy that gets up for big games. And I really like Paul George. Butler going against the Rockets. He had kind of a down game last game, but he still got the minutes. He's been playing very well. He's got you, before that, he got you 54 or more in 3 straight games. I like him. It's an up-tempo game. There is no Trevor Ariza defense to Butler. He's a solid play. You can go down. You can go with somebody like Richardson against Toronto. He's been playing high, 30 minutes. He's a guy who's been playing very consistent. His price tag is up a little bit. You need about 32, 33 for him to hit value. He's averaging 27 on the season, but I think he still is a solid option. And then a couple of guys, I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to quickly, let me look at this real quick. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back tomorrow. Okay, so you can look at Chandler, but his minutes are all over the place. But at home, he's been starting to pick it up a little bit. He's an option down here. You can look at Osman. The Cavs are playing the young guy minutes, and he's been playing well. He's got you, he played 38 and 29 in the past two. I don't know what his role is going to settle in. That's why I said it's kind of weird with this Cav guys. What's going to happen. But if he's going to play, 28, 29 minutes again, I definitely think you consider him. You can look at Prince on the cheap end going against Milwaukee. Winslow, he got back to the starting lineup. He started a little bit, but he hasn't been doing much. I'm just mentioning, some cheap options that you could kind of look for down there. Now we'll go to power forward. Aldridge is out with a knee injury tonight. Oh, and he's been out through the All-Star break. So he's going to be out tomorrow against Denver. So San Antonio, they're going to have people step up, muster some extra points with them. Power forward position is ugly, I'll tell you that. So you got Powell going against the Kings. He's finally starting to get minutes again. He's been playing very well. He's a very active player. He got you at least 33 fantasy points in 3 straight in 31. 27 or more in 5 straight. So hey, they're kind of unleashing him, and I like it. I definitely think he's a solid play. You got Carmelo, game time decision. He's same thing as Westbrook. He went through non-contact, but they're uncertain if he's gonna play. So it's tough. They're making it tough on us. Ankle. He's, I told you, this position's ugly. You got him going in San Antonio. I mean, if I'm looking at a guy like this, then it's kind of frustrating because he comes off the bench, but he's actually been pretty consistent. You need 27 for him to hit value. In the past 4, he's got you at least 24. So I definitely think he's somebody that could kind of get you a little bit of a safe play. But my boy, Taj Gibson, he's a must start for me tomorrow in cash games. He's just too cheap. For him to hit value, you need about 26, 27. I understand he hasn't really been getting there lately, but he's getting you very close. He has 40-point upside, up-tempo game going against Houston. I'm liking him a lot. I'm going to go ahead and put him in my core at power forward. You can look at Ibaka. Ibaka's been very up and down. I don't like going against the Heat like I was telling you, but, he's starting to get back on a little bit of a roll, I would say. He got you at least 23 in 2 straight games. It's not value, but it's tough. It's just a tough position. You got to look for a little bit of consistency, and that's somebody I think you could look at. Bertans, he's probably going to get the start again, play some minutes, with Aldridge out. 5,000, his price is getting up quickly. You need 25 for him to hit value on a back-to-back. It's a little bit of a scary price. I don't like the price jump. Grant, if Carmelo's out, I like him once again. I've been waiting for them to play him 30-something minutes like they did against Golden State, and they just haven't, And I definitely think this possibly could be a game. He matches up against the Cavs pretty good. If Carmelo's out, he's somebody I'm definitely going to look at again. And lastly, the guy's just too cheap. He's been up and down this season. With Olynyk out, though, I expect him to get more minutes. He just really hasn't, but the price is also down. You need 22 to hit value. He's averaging 24 on the season. Like I said, up and down, but he has upside. Cheap, somebody to keep an eye on. You got Jokic going against San Antonio. Man, this is a spot at home where I think he can absolutely destroy and have a really, really good game. He went against San Antonio earlier in the year, and he almost had a quiet triple-double. Didn't score, though, only 28 fantasy points. But at home now, on rest, and San Antonio is going to be on a back-to-back. I'm liking Jokic on the higher end. Towns. Tough matchup against Capella, but he's a big guy that plays a lot of minutes. He can run up and down the floor. This is a very up-tempo game against Houston. He's coming off a 59-point game, a fantasy point game. I like him. I definitely think he's a solid play. Capella on the other side, Towns isn't the best defender. I definitely think he can eat. They're starting to give him, 30 minutes a game for the most part, and he's been destroying. For him to hit value, you need about 41, 42, averaging, 36. So I like him. I really like both, all 3 of those guys on the higher end. Adams in the, in the middle. The minutes are there. He hasn't been having the best couple games, but he still got you 25 and 26. Not going to kill you. But for him to have value, you need 35. He's averaging 31 on the season. Going against the Cavs in a big game, I definitely think that he can have a solid game against Tristan Thompson. Last guy I'm gonna quickly talk about is Deadman. If they're gonna start him, he's gonna play 30 minutes a game. Then I mean he's a solid play. At this price tag. Last game he got 31 minutes. That was the first time he got 30 minutes in quite a while, and he went off for 47 fantasy points against Drummond too. That's what was more impressive. 20 and 13. Played some good defense. So definitely, I mean, listen to the news, see what they say about his minutes and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with these picks. Tomorrow, I mean, there's some good spots, but we're gonna have to get some value. I mean, there's a lot of really, expensive plays, and yeah. So I mean, we'll see what comes out tomorrow. But let's just get going. I mean, I got my point guard already. Shooting guard, I'm liking. To be honest, I really like the beard. Tell you the truth, I'm not trying to take the easy way out, but I'm liking the beard in that spot a lot. Um, I'm going to go with Adams. Small forward, we're going to go with... See, I really like Butler. That's why I was debating on going down from Harden and going with Butler. Yeah, I'm going to go that route. And then right here, I'm going to go with, like, Gary Harris. So this is something I'm going to go with. I like something like this. Fair and balanced for the most part. I really like Wiggins too. I just didn't want to give you guys two Minnesotans. Think I'm gonna stack it completely on that. But yeah, hey, that's kind of where I'm at. So yeah, if you haven't already, click that like button. Drop your name below. And hey, I'm gonna pick that winner tomorrow as soon as I get my 200 likes. And let's make some money. Talk to you later.